There's only a little bit more than a month till Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is finally in my grasp. And ever since the last Direct, we've been lucky enough to see some character reveals and gameplay. And I must say, I'm really liking a lot of the new characters. Actually, a lot more than the Three Houses characters. I wasn't the biggest fan of the character design in that game. Of course, you got some good ones, but... And of course, this is just first impressions. I know we don't know too much about each character, but I am liking the direction of the character design in this game a lot. And right now they're revealing a lot of characters that are seemingly specific to everyone's route. And taking the groups as a whole, I do like Dietrich's group a lot. I think they're the most interesting. His group has the most characters that I like. But when it comes to who I'm going to choose first, I think I'm finally ready to make a commitment. That's the type of man I am. I'm a man of commitment. I don't fuck around.
Heh, knowing you, you're just gonna pick the one with the biggest boobs.
Oh, Ricky, you do know me well. You know me a little too well. But it takes a lot more than just boobs, okay? As wonderful and magical as boobs are, you need a little more than just that, buddy. Not that you'd understand, since you've never had a girlfriend. Or any lady friend, for that matter.
That makes two of us.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I've talked about it in the past with my old Fire Emblem videos. I'm committing to the queen herself, Theodora. That is the hero I'm choosing in Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. And you're probably like, but why would you commit to Theodora if you like Dietrich's group the most? I said like I had a bunch of different accents there. I don't know what I was doing. Well, because Dietrich himself isn't very interesting to me. I like the characters that are traveling with him, but Theodora's way more interesting to me. And everything surrounding her. I also just what we know so far about her personality, I just like that a lot more as well. But I've said this since the last Direct. Every character has a goal. Theodora's goal, to me, is very selfless. She's not looking for revenge or looking to slay some sort of powerful being like Lida and Dietrich. Theodora wants to get stronger. Theodora wants to prove that she's worthy of being queen of Saramis. And not just for herself, she wants to do it for her people. And she wants to make her people's dream a reality. Whatever that is. Which, judging by a lot of the scenes and details they've dropped, it seems that Theodora's position as queen is being challenged by some other fucking weirdo dude who just cares about power and just wants power. But it seems like she's being challenged by this guy after her father's death, and even though she is the rightful heir, she's being challenged, and perhaps she wants Saramis to disconnect from the Dagdan Empire. That's just a theory, but I can see that being the people's wish, you know? And another interesting detail about Saramis, I just think Saramis is very interesting. It's based on like Egypt and Greek stuff, so. But Saramis also doesn't write. They don't have any sort of written history. That's very interesting. The whole history of the entire kingdom is within one of the best characters they've ever revealed. My boy, Bonaventura. It's all in his head, which is one of Theodora's generals. I love that guy. Everyone calls him Pirate Waluigi, but he's a bit better than Waluigi, I'd say. I think I'm really gonna like him. But yeah, he has crazy memory and memorized the entire history of the kingdom. And I don't know, maybe the Emperor Dagda put this law onto Saramis? Because if she's queen, right, you'd think she'd be able to just change it, but clearly someone is higher than her, you know? Because the kingdom of Saramis is a part of the empire, so perhaps she wants to break away and wants to do it in, not like how Edelgard wanted to start a war, you know? She wants to do it in the most peaceful way possible, and in this case, it's the heroic games. Like, she gets one wish, awesome. This is her chance to really break away from the Empire without causing a war that she knows she can't win. But I've always been a fan of characters like Theodora, especially female characters like Theodora. I love seeing them embody their power, desiring to get stronger, but also, of course, they still stay feminine, right? They have their feminine aspects, and that's what makes them even more powerful. Because yes, she's more assertive and she's more of a leader character, but I'm sure she has a very vulnerable side as well. And I hope we get to see that from Theodora. She reminds me a lot of one of my favorite all-time characters in the entire world, and that's Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. Honestly, they have like the same character almost. Not exactly the same, and of course I don't know everything about Theodora, but they both have the same archetype. That powerful, super strong woman that everyone's fucking afraid to fight because they know they're just gonna get fucked. Very commanding presence, but also a very loving presence. She doesn't fight for herself only, she fights for the people she loves, for her family. In Urza's case, for her guild, which is her family. And in Theodora's case, for her kingdom, which I'm sure she also sees as a family. You know, she's not doing it for herself. She's doing it for others. And that's very admirable and very attractive. Very attractive. Woo! You know, that sweeps me off my feet, you know? Because, it shows that they know what's most important. And I'm sure Theodora is going to learn a lot on her journey, just like all the main characters. But she's at least mature enough to realize what's most important. You know, Theodora is not just settling. You know, she's not just being like, yeah, I'm the queen, so fucking deal with it, bitch. I'm the queen. No, she's like, you don't think I'd be a good queen? Oh yeah? Watch, I'll show you how good of a queen I'll be. Alright, I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna prove my worth to my people. I'm gonna show them how much I care. How much I want to lead them. Because I wouldn't be surprised if her people are also a little wary of her because she's so young, right? She's very young. She was thrown into this position because her father was murdered. Could be by this guy who's trying to get the throne, or it could be someone else, you know, who knows? Emperor Dagda? Ooh, who knows? Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if her people do doubt her a little bit because she's young, you know? And a woman, right? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they go that route. But this is her chance. The Heroic Games is her chance to prove her worth, to prove how much she cares. You know what? I want to fucking be there to help her along that. You know, I want to be there. I want to serve this queen and see if she really is a queen worth serving. And I have a strong feeling she will be. I'm committed to my hero, and that hero is Theodora. Now, for the rest of her group, which I also like, Bonaventura, which I don't know is how that's really going to pronounce. It might just be pronounced Bonaventure, which doesn't sound that good to me. So I'd rather call him Bonaventure, you know. His name in Japanese is Bonaparte, which does sound better. But I guess they didn't want to just name him Bonaparte. I don't know. They wanted to change it. Whatever. Maybe. So I'm either going to call him Bonaventura, or I'm going to call him Boner for short. Boner for short, you know. It's a long name. But I already talked about him a little bit. He's like a general. He's got an eye patch. Already cool. He's got a little mustache going on. A little pencil almost mustache. And yeah, he's an older general guy who has memorized the entire history of Saramis. I really like him. I tend to like older characters. Depending on, you know, their personality and all that. But usually I like the older guys. So he's pretty cool. And then there's Tobias, who's just like your loud, boisterous, alcoholic muscle guy. He's also a general. Yeah, I don't know. I usually find those characters annoying, but hopefully he's a little more entertaining rather than annoying. We'll see. And Lysander is a younger guy. He's a more serious character, or at least he tries to be serious and tries to really, you know, really respect Theodora and all this stuff. He has a stick up his butt, which is why he's gonna have some funny interactions with a character he's kind of paired with almost, which is Lillian, who is an archer, who has red hair. I think she's really pretty. I like her design, and her personality is gonna be fucking hilarious. She's gonna be entertaining because she just does not give a fuck. She's here to do whatever she was hired to do, and that's it. She's not gonna do nothing extra unless she gets paid extra. Hell yeah. You know, she ain't afraid to speak her mind, which is another thing, right? Another thing I'm attracted to. And another thing that Theodora does. So I have a feeling I'm going to really like Lillian, and she's going to be really funny. So, yeah, for the most part, I do like Theodora's group so far. And who knows, there might be more characters specific to her route. I don't know. They might be announcing some more characters coming up soon. This week, and they've been doing it every week. They announce like, what, like 3 or 4 characters a week? But I do have a feeling, because they've been doing game-specific directs lately, so I have a feeling that a Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave direct might happen this month. Or it might not. I can see it happening, for sure, to market the game more. But I kind of hope it doesn't, because I don't want them to reveal too much stuff. And they're kind of revealing more things with these weekly character reveals and updates. So, yeah, I don't want them to show too much. They might already be showing too much, you know, so. But I know for certain there's going to be a direct in September. That's definitely happening. And either it's going to be before Fortune's Weave comes out or after Fortune's Weave comes out. They usually do a September direct, and they have to. They have to show off Ocarina of Time before it comes out. They have to do that. Yeah, so maybe we'll just see a new trailer. Like maybe like a story, like cinematic trailer for the game. The final trailer before the release. So I kind of hope that's all they do, and they don't do a full direct, because I don't want them to, don't spoil it too much, Nintendo, please. But they've been pretty good. They've just been showing like early game stuff, it seems. I'm just hyped. I'm really hyped. I'm very happy. Somehow it's already August, but I'm really happy that it's August, because I just want to play this goddamn game. I want to play it. Oh my god, like, I'm so excited for it. It really feels like, I don't know, because, you know, Three Houses I like a lot. It's a great game. There's just something about it. Ever since I first played it, there's just something about it that seemed off. You know, it's hard to put my finger on it. It's not bad at all. It's a great game. I like it. I like it a lot. I really do. But there was something off, and I found out recently, I never knew this, that Intelligent Systems, I think, helped make that game, but they weren't the main people who made it. Koei Tecmo, apparently, are the people who made Three Houses, mostly. So that honestly says a lot to me, and I'm very surprised about that. That actually makes a lot of sense. But this game is being made solely by Intelligent Systems, which are the original Fire Emblem developers. And this game looks very attractive to me. I'm loving everything I see about this game. So perhaps that was the issue. That was the thing that was off-putting for me. And now that I'm seeing this game, it's reminding me a lot of when I was looking at Fates coming out, right? When I played Awakening, Shadows of Valentia. Because Awakening was my first Fire Emblem game. That's where I started. So yeah, this game, perhaps it has a very familiar feeling to me, and that's why I'm really liking it so far. But I'm hyped. I'm committing to Theodora. You're hearing it right now. When the game comes out, I'll probably stream a little bit of it for first impressions. Hopefully some of you can become a resident and check out the stream when it happens on September 17th. Once again, let me know who you're choosing. Which hero will you choose in Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave? And let me know who your favorite characters have been that have been announced so far. And if your opinions or decisions have changed as more characters have been announced and more information about each route has been shown. And now I'm gonna go practice getting onto my knees to serve my queen, Theodora.
Told ya you picked the one with the biggest boobs.